Good morning, class. Okay, so today we are going to finish up our lesson on ecosystems and biomes. More specifically, we're going to go over the desert today. That's our last one. And so, who could tell me what we went over last class? Right, the rainforest. Okay, and so just to give you guys an overall preview of what we've been going over, what you guys should know, what we'll know by the end of this class hopefully, is students will know what an ecosystem is and the factors that are within it. So you guys know about a bunch of different biomes that we've learned. You guys know about the animals that are in there, the plants, the amount of rainfall. And you also know about the abiotic factors and biotic factors. What's an abiotic factor? Correct, and a biotic factor. Good job. Okay, so then you guys will understand that environmental factors influence population, and so you also know that populations influence environmental factors. I know you guys have heard a lot about global warming lately and human activity. Right. And then also by the end of this, we'll talk more about it at the end of class, or maybe next class, as your final project. You'll be able to create your own ecosystem, and you'll be writing a report about that. Like I said, we'll discuss that more in class. So like I said, today we'll be discussing the desert, and we're going to do things a little bit differently today. Instead of you guys just reading out of your textbook and then writing the notes from the PowerPoint, we're going to read an article. So on your desks are the articles, or is the article that I printed out for you guys. And you guys have already read in your textbook about the desert, but this is more of just a very condensed version of it. It gives the main points. And so what you guys are going to do is you're just going to read it. I'm just going to give you guys about 5 minutes to read it, and then we'll come back together and discuss what we're going to do. So, okay, 5 minutes are up. So, now that you guys have read it, I didn't want you guys to think anything of it. I just wanted you guys to read it, get it in your heads. So now that you have that information in your head, I want you guys to reread it. And I know it sounds tedious, but I want you to reread it, but I want you guys to read it with your pencils. And what I mean by that is I want you to annotate it. So as you're reading, you can use your pencil, colored pencil, whatever colors you want, highlighters, and I just want you to mark what you think is important. So we've learned about ecosystems, and so we've learned about different biomes, and you guys have realized that we've been talking more about the animals and the amount of rain and all of that stuff. So just underline what you think is important. There's no right or wrong answer. So I like to use underlining for important things. I also like to use question marks for any, if you don't know what a word is, you guys can come back to it, ask me, just in case, just so you don't forget. So, and it doesn't matter how many question marks you have on your paper. I usually have a lot, so not a big deal. And it doesn't even have to be if you don't know what the word is. It's like, what are they saying, or how much? You just don't know. So this is more of a what? Sometimes I'll do arrows and just say, oh, okay, so this means that it rains a lot. Or it rains more in this biome. So what I want you to do, okay, so I know that may still be a little confusing, so I actually have an example for you. I'm going to show you what I do when I annotate. So I do have another article. And this one is all about the rainforest. And so I'm going to read it out loud to you, and I'm going to tell you guys what I'm underlining, highlighting. I think I'm going to bold some stuff, so we'll see. Alright, so it says, start counting. And the time it takes you to reach 10 to 25 acres of the world's rainforest will be destroyed. That's the size of 20 football fields, and that has scientists alarmed. What's all the fuss? 20 football fields. That's interesting. So I'm going to just hold that. I think that's really cool, and that's just something for me to compare to. The rainforest is home to millions of plants and animal species that are not found anywhere else in the world, from tiny creatures to larger ones. So I'm going to put a comment on there, and like I said, you guys are going to be writing stuff down, but this is on the computer so I can show you guys. So I'm going to insert a comment there. and I'm going to say, what creatures? Okay, so I'm going to put a question mark and say, what kind of creatures? Okay, so then I'm going to keep reading. Although the world's rainforest covers just 7% of land on Earth, they're home to more than 50% of all known animals and plant species. Also animals. Most are located in Latin America, Africa, Asia. Okay, so I'm going to highlight that. I think that's pretty important. We've been talking about locations and we've been trying to locate it on a map. So I'm going to bold it, I'm going to highlight it, just so that I know that that is important. Unlike regular forests, rainforests receive at least 100 inches of rain a year, which supply animals with an abundance of food and shelter. I think that's pretty important. Like I said, we've been talking about the amount of rain, so I'm going to highlight that and bold it. Like I said, whatever your preference is. Rainforests also provide an ideal climate of vegetation to thrive. Some trees reach 200 feet tall. These towering giants form a canopy high above the ground. Okay, so we were wondering what kind of tree. I think that's interesting, so I'm going to highlight it. Rainforests are evergreen. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to put a question mark. Many medicines now are used to treat illnesses and diseases, come from the plants and grow in rainforests. So I'm actually curious about that. I'm going to put another question mark. In fact, 1 in 4 prescriptions are sold in pharmacies from the flowering plants. But today, the world's rainforests are in danger. More than half have been destroyed. Oh, that's one of... As the destruction continues, scientists fear the world's remaining 2.5 billion acres may soon disappear. The culprit, humans. I'm definitely going to highlight that. Like we were talking about, we want to know about the different influences on the environment. Okay, so that's just my example of annotating. So that's what I want you guys to do. I'm going to give you guys about 7 minutes. If you need longer, I'll judge it, and it's totally fine. It takes people a different amount of time. So go ahead and start your annotation. Alright, now that you guys have annotated, I want you guys to discuss with your peers. So turn around and talk to your peers. I want you guys to just discuss what you read, what you think is important, what you think is interesting. I just want a nice little discussion between your peers. Just talk about what you just read, or what you already know. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys about another 7 minutes just to talk it out, maybe 5. Okay, class? So now it's my turn to ask some questions, and the point of you guys annotating and writing all those little points on your papers is that it's easy to find later down the road. So did any of you guys have any questions? Was there any confusing vocabulary, anything that you didn't really understand, anything you actually have questions on? No? Okay. Awesome. Good. Okay, so let's see. So how much rainfall does the desert get? Yeah, it's really not that much. Yeah, it's way less than how much I just read for the rainforest. What kind of animals live in the desert? Snakes. Yeah, lizards. How about plants? Yeah, I was talking about the cactus and how it works at night when the sun's not out. Okay, so my question to you is, out of all the biomes that we've read about and that we've learned, and now the desert that you guys just read about, if you had a choice to live in one, which one would it be and why? Based on all the information that you know. That's awesome. Alright, so we'll talk about our project now. We are done about biomes, so we're going to discuss your final project. Yay!